in the midst of Halloween. I know everyone's like Christmas in July. I'm still on Halloween because I want to get the stuff made and out there so that the algorithm on Etsy has time to pick it up before the Halloween shopping season starts. So what we're going to do today is make an arrangement. We are going to use a witch's cauldron. Now I picked this up for $1.99 at Goodwill because why not, you know. I did fill it with, there's some of the glass beads that I got from the Dollar Tree. Those are on the bottom here to kind of give this some weight because I don't want it, you know, toppling if we end up going higher with this. So those are on the bottom. And then I sprayed in here gaps and cracks. Let me show you what that can looks like. It's a can of this. This is good stuff. So this is gaps and cracks. And it's basically spray insulation. Now I get this at Menards, or you get it at Home Depot, Lowe's. There is another brand called Loctite, and I did use that once, and I found that it did not work as well as this. It was a little harder to put stuff in there. It was a little whiter, but it shouldn't really matter because you're not going to see the color of the foam. But this usually has to cure 24 hours. I think this has been curing for like a week and a half. So we should be good with that. We put that back. So what we're going to be doing today is adding some florals, but the main centerpiece of this cauldron, we put it, I don't know, should I put it handle side to the front or handle side to the back? I'm not sure. I could put it handle up, which I might do, and then it's kind of, yeah, I think I'll go handle up. But the main centerpiece is going to be these cute furry little witch legs. I bought these last year, and these are Ashland brand, so that's from Michael's. These were $4.99 US regular price, so don't pay regular price, wait for the sale. I think they have 20% going on right now off of regular price purchases, but I imagine Halloween should be going on a bit of a better sale. But they do have some really cute stuff this year. I saw lots of ombre with like yellows and the pinks kind of going into that, and oranges. Not sure I'm too much into the ombre, so I might bypass that this year. But they do have lots of cute stuff out there. So we're going to put in the legs, and then I do have some, these are some black florals. They do have a little bit of, I've got a little silver spider. I think I'm going to keep the silver spider. But believe it or not, these are really cute. These came from Dollar Tree, right? I was not expecting to find something that for florals. I don't usually get florals from Dollar Tree unless I make them very, very inexpensive, like under $15 arrangement. But these were from Dollar Tree, and they're really cute. And I don't know if you can, if you look in the center, it's a little bit glittery. So these are really cute. And then I do have some black roses as well. So I was trying to look at the scale. So I always want to make sure I'm keeping the scale right, because I originally was going to go with these flowers, right? These are some black dahlias that I got from, it looks like the tag, I think, Mainstays, so that's Walmart. But when you look at the size of the blooms to the size of these legs, the blooms were just a little bit big, so the scale was a little bit off to me, so I'm going to go with the smaller florals. That's why I did that today. And then the other thing we're going to add in is, oops, keep that up. These are pumpkin picks. I will end up pulling these apart and using each individually. But I have 3 of these, and these were from Michael's. I did buy these last year, so I don't know if they have them this year. They usually carry something very similar. And these were $5.99 regular price as well. So I have 3 sets of these. And then I have some more little Dollar Tree picks that are surprisingly cool. Again, from last year. They've got these, they're just basically, it's just like mesh on a wire, and they just curled them up, so we have lots of these, in addition to lots of these. And there are like 5 branches on a thing, and this was just $1.25. They have them in black. I think I had silver. There was also orange. So these, it's a very cute and expensive filler if you need something. So I'm going to put this off to the side because I'll put in that stuff after I get the main things in. So I have my glue gun at the ready. Make sure that's heating up. And then for the bow, I'm going to do a bow that's a little bit different than I usually do. We're going to use this black and white stripe. And then This is from Nancy Brown Decor. I'm going to use just a little bit of this. This is, look at this. You've got to see this ribbon. I have to show you this. This one was more expensive, but I'm going to use it very, very sparingly. But this is a flocked ribbon, and it is so soft. But I thought the black and white, and it just gives it, and the texture on the ribbon is just going to give it an extra oomph, right? So I love this one so much. I'm going to also pair that with, this is a Harlequin, but surprise, there's something on the back. It's got one of those brocade patterns on the back, or is it damask? Damask, brocade, I don't know. They kind of look similar to me, so there we go. But this is going to be really pretty. Now this is not even 2.5 inch. This is a 2-inch ribbon. And then just some solid black glitter, because that's going to play up the solid black that's in the Harlequin pattern there. And then for the top layer, I got this 7/8 inch black and white stripe. So, I think I might actually start with the bow. I think I'm going to start with the bow, and then that way I can see the height of the bow, and then work the height of everything else around it. So let's do that. And the exciting thing here, guys, is I'm not going to be using a bow maker. I am actually going to be using my hands to make this style of bow. But I want to make sure I've got, my black chenille stem. I'm going to wrap this around the bow. And then eventually I'm going to use my pick machine to put a pick on the end of this so I can stab it right in there. Add a lot of glue, stab it so it'll stay. All right, I'm going to get all the plastic off of my ribbons because I'm not going to have a spare hand. When I start this, I've got to hold on to all of it. I can't let it go. So I'm taking out my pins. I'm taking off the plastic for your protection. Always use protection, guys. Always. Hold on. Coke break. Breakfast of champions. All right, sorry. I was getting a little parched. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my bottom ribbon. I'm going to make basically one loop and tails coming out. So, and I'm going to dovetail it all at the end, which goes against every fiber of my being. But I'm going to do that at the end. So I want to keep the cauldron handy. I want to make sure that I can refer back to this for the scale. I don't want to have my tails be that long and then they're dragging on the floor. So let's take a look at the cauldron here. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm going to pinch, I'm going to pinch it here. This is an 8-inch tail. Okay, so I've got an 8-inch tail. Give myself some room to work with, all right? Let me do it this way. You're going to see me sideways. Forgive the pooch. It is what it is. I'm going to have my first loop come up like that. Okay. And I don't want a huge bow. I just want enough of a bow where it looks like a bow. So I did a pinch. I brought it back around. I pinched it in back. But now what I need to do is make sure that I pinch it so this back leg comes around. And we have a bow like that. All right, so we're going to cut this off at right here. Looks good enough. Okay, so that is layer numero uno. All right, now my next one, this is my fancy schmancy ribbon. I'm going to cut off the part that was bent. Oh, it pains me when I have to cut really good ribbon. I don't want to cut it, but I have to. Okay, so then here's the next one. Now this tail could be a little bit shorter, okay? So I'm going to do tail, all right? Another loop. Now this one does not have to necessarily be as big, all right? And then I'm going to pinch it. And I'm not the best at this, so please don't come at me. I'm trying my best. I'm trying to do a different technique than I usually do. All right, and then I'm going to cut this bottom one off. Oh, I'm sorry. I cut right through a bird's head. I just feel like I decapitated a bird. I'm sorry. I feel evil. All right. Kind of making sure. So right now we're kind of going to get something that kind of, it's going to look like this, right? Which is kind of what I want. I want these ribbons kind of coming out, but we're going to shorten them, okay? I'm just kind of doing this to check for the proportion on the bow. Because these loops are going to kind of come out like this. They're not going to be standing up. I want them to kind of come out a little bit, okay? Now we're going to go with our Harlequin pattern, double-sided Harlequin, because this is awesome. And I got this from the Craig Bachman warehouse sale, but you might be able to find this online. This particular SKU number is RGV0011X6. This is triple layer damask Harlequin white black. I'm in love with this. I thought it was just the Harlequin, and then I looked at the back side, and I was so excited. All right. You know, I could go with that side, but I'm not going to, because that's too competing. Do you see how that's a little too competitive there with the damask pattern? So on the other one, so we're gonna use the Harlequin side, but I'm gonna put this over on this side. So here we go. We're gonna start with the tail, pinch that in there. All right. Here we go. Ugh. Sorry, my left hand doesn't work well, so I'm doing my best. Doing the best I can. All right. So this loop, hold on. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make my loop, and then I'm just going to stack it on there. All right. Okay. I got to pinch the back. Oh, hold on, let me pinch that back. Baby got back. Hold on, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to temporarily just do this. This is why I usually use the bow maker. It's not that it can't be done, it's just my my hand cannot grab it. It's having a very hard time. All right, so this is our loop. I'm going to come up and over. This is going to be a bit of a smaller loop, so it's going to go there. And then I'm going to do a pinch and twist on the back. Okay, there we go. All right. Now I'm going to open this up and lay that right in. As you guys can see, I'm going to open this up, put it right in. Twist it again. All right. So right now what we have looks something like this. All right. These loops are going to come forward. All right. Now we're going to add the smaller ones. We got the solid black glitter. That one is coming up next. Whew. Eventually, I'm going to move all my ribbons off here because I don't want anything to happen. Oh my gosh, Jenny, Linda, Anna, my sister-in-law, Anna. Anna, hi. I miss you. It's been 2 days and I'm going through withdrawal. I need the Helgeson family back. Oh my gosh. And then I saw who, oh, and my Aunt Sue. Hello, Aunt Sue. How's it going? And Tina from Julia Plainfield. Hey, local girl. How are you? Awesome. I am so glad. Yay, local people. Linda's local too, so this is really awesome. All right, now we're going to go 1.5 inch black glitter because we love a little black glitter, don't we? All right. So we'll probably put that in there. I'm going to pinch. Make a loop. All right, let me see how big my loop is. And maybe a little bit bigger on the loop. Slightly bigger. Maybe even slightly bigger than that. There we go. Because all these loops are going to they're going to come forward, right? And I could actually add, no, I don't want this cauldron to become, oh, there's a giant bow sitting on a cauldron. We don't want that, so I'm going to make this a little bit smaller. All right. But then I got to make sure I take that back leg and I twist it so that I've got both sides have the glitter up. All right. I'm going to trim this. I'm going to open this back up, put it in, close it back up. If you had a bow maker, you could just kind of slide it right down in there, but that's not what I'm doing today. No, no, no siree. All right. And then we have our skinny, and I'm excited to use this. I've never used this kind before. Every 7/8 inch ribbon that I have used has been solid. So the fact that this is a pattern, it's my first time using a pattern. Be gentle with me. All right, here we go. Now this is a lot easier to pinch because it's so narrow. And we might actually end up doing, I think I'm going to do 2 of these. Yep. All right. Put that in there. I'm going to make sure that I like how big the loop is before I cut this other end. Yep. And I got to twist it on the back. Pinch and twist. There we go. And I do want to put one more on the other side. All right. Pretty much same size, same scale. Pinching and twisting. Today I'm going to paint a tree. I'm pulling out all of my patriotic, which I couldn't do because I was down in Tampa having the time of my life. It was fantastic. We got to surprise Mike's parents. They knew one of Mike's kids was coming down. So one grandkid they knew was coming down. We surprised them with 3 more. They came around the garage and they saw all the kids and they were so excited. It was truly the best. It was awesome. Brought tears to my eyes. It was fabulous. It is hard to not live closer to family, but I tell you, when you see them, sometimes it's like no time has passed. And so I was wondering if I was going to have enough energy to go live today. Got home super late on Saturday and screwed up my sleep schedule yesterday, but hey, we're live. All right. So now I've got my bow. I'm going to move the pipe cleaner all the way to the back, and here's where I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to pinch and twist really, really tight. I'm going to twist a lot of it because some of this is going to have to go in my pick machine. I'm going to put a pick around it so we can stab it. No, because this, I wish I had put this foam all the way up to the top. It's hard to know where it's going to stop. I should have added a little bit more foam, and then I could have cut it off with the knife. But I didn't. So I'm just going to have to make do. So what I want to do now, I'm going to fluff my loops a little bit on the bow here. All right. And I'm going to start trimming. So now, on my 7/8, I don't dovetail my 7/8. I just cut on an angle. Okay, so I just do that. Cut those on an angle. But I am going to dovetail now the rest of it. So let me dovetail all of my other ribbons. Most people do this step now. I'm just a little weird. And then I'm going to go back and we're going to figure out where, if we have to take off a little bit more, because this is kind of, it's kind of long on the tails. I think it's probably longer than I want. So let's do this. It's so weird to be making Halloween when it's hot outside, but that's okay. We don't mind. Snippy. All right, let me get rid of all my pieces because I am OCD and I don't like a mess. All right, here we go. Let me take a look. Let me give it a little facelift. I'm going to give it a little glow up before I show you guys the final bow. All right. I'm going to take a look at me and see what I think about the height. I'm going to spread these out a little bit more. I want to take advantage of going with the width on some of this, okay? All right, so if I imagine if you will, here's the bow, okay? And then let's take a look at the height for our, perfect. I don't want to cover the fuzz, so it's going to go in, but it's not going to go all the way in, okay? All right, so let me get my pick machine. I'm going to bring it out so you guys can see it in all of its 50-pound glory. It's like carrying a child, but it's fun. So let me put ribbons over here. All right, here it comes. The pick machine. Yeah. That was a delight. I wish they had a machine that could like do the same thing but wasn't at risk of breaking your foot if you dropped it. All right. I want to leave a significant amount of pipe cleaner on here. So I think I'm gonna do it like right there. And I can always take the pick off if I find that I've left too much. So what I do with this pick machine, which I got on eBay, by the way, you don't have to buy these things new. If you do this a lot and you want to invest, I love having this, but I know it is a big investment. Right, so I push this handle forward, and that has pushed forward a little silver pick. Right in here, there's a little silver pick. And what it's going to do is it's going to grab its teeth right around this thing, okay? So I'm going to put the pipe cleaner in here. So it's laying on the spine of this pick. And then I push the handle down, and that brings the teeth around and it grabs it. Push down super hard, let go. I pull forward, and it now has a very freaking sharp pick on the end. So, caution. All right, here I'm going to move this back. Oh my gosh. Okay. Come on, little buddy. Ugh. Oh, now these pumpkins are in the way. Get out of the way. Oh, it's an avalanche. Oh, oh, so much stuff falling. Oh, gosh. Ugh. It doesn't matter how clean I get this place. I will mess it up within 5 minutes. All right, so we are going to start with this now. Before I put all the other stuff in here, I am going to put the handle up, but for right now, I don't have to worry about that. I'm just trying to look to see if there's a front and a back, and it doesn't appear to be. There's a seam that goes on either side, so it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to put hot glue on this pick, all right, and I'm going to not get it on my hand. I'm not, you hear that, Linda? You're not going to get it on your hand. And I'm going to poke that right down into the foam. It's going in, it's going in, it's going in. Go, 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 go. It's not deep enough. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. Cut it off. Taking it back to the pick machine. I'm putting a pick in. All right, I'm putting it on the stem. Pushing the handle down. All right. I ended up making it shorter. I guess you could say I'm picky about my picks. Yeah, that one was just, it went in there. And the length was good, but it was very wobbly. It was not stable in there. So I'm going to try this again. More glue. We're going to go in. We're going to go in. Push, push, push. Here, I'm going to actually drive it in with my scissors. There we go. I don't like that either. I don't like that either. All right, plan C. This is like a what not to do episode, right? All right, I'm gonna do something different. All right, I have a when I cut things off of, like, cut picks and things off, I've got all these stems left, and I hoard them because I'm like, someday I can use it. That's some days now. All right, I'm gonna take off the old pipe cleaner, okay? So let me snip this off. Yeah. I used to be afraid of things happening like this on a live where it wouldn't go exactly my way the first time out. And I realized there's actually value in showing how to know when things don't work out and how to fix it. So here we go. All right. I just replaced it. I just wrapped a pipe cleaner around the whole thing, and now I'm twisting this. Oops. Tina, thank you. I love the ribbon choices myself. I might make an actual, like, just a standalone bow to sell just in these ribbons because I love it. I love it so much. I like the different patterns. I also like that I wasn't trying to make this too large of a bow either because I got to look at the scale I've got going on here. All right, so I'm going to snip this off. And then I'm going to get my stem cutters. And I'm going to cut this in half. Just boop. All right. Saving the other half because I'm a hoarder. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to end up wrapping this pipe cleaner around this stem. I'm going to put a little bit of glue down here at the bottom just to get it to kind of hold as I wrap it up. Okay. So it's going to go down. Then we're going to kind of just twist, wrapping this, just twist, twisting, twisting, twisting. A little bit more glue because we want to make sure that this doesn't go sliding down, okay? And just kind of keep twisting and twisting and twisting. Now I want to make sure I keep the up and down on this, okay? Twisting, and that is pretty well twisted, okay? I think this is going to work out much better than trying to use the pick machine. I don't know why I didn't think of doing this method earlier. Maybe because it's a Monday and my brain's not functional yet. Anyway, so now I can use the stick and I can go in as far as I want. So maybe a little bit can come off the bottom. There we go. Right, I'm going to put glue on the bottom of the stick. Alright, find my center point. Alright, and then I'm going to go in here. Oh, that is a much better solution. Much better, much better. Alright, now it's not going anywhere. That thing is, it's in there. I can move around my ribbon ties. Here we go. See what else I need to trim. Okay, so you can go a little bit further down, going further down. There we go. All right. So here we go. That took long enough. I'm so sorry. Now we're going to put in our legs. So I want to make sure I've got the handle up this time, okay? I think we're going to put the legs in front of the handle and then everything else will kind of go behind it. So having all that stuff in there, the handle won't really have a chance to jiggle. So I'm going to take the tags off of these. Now I'm going to use the whole length here of the stem that it's on, so I don't have to cut these down at all. I just want to get the price tag off because we don't need to mini pearl this, right? And just in case anyone can see in there, I really want to make sure that I don't leave any of the white tag off. I really wish they'd find a different way to put the price tags on some of this stuff, because isn't it, we all suffer through this, right? Trying to scratch that price tag off. Like, don't do that, man. That's annoying. All right. Try to pull it all off. I've had these legs for a while, so I'm very excited to finally get to use these. I had a larger pair, but when I looked again at the scale, they were much too large for this cauldron. However, I do have a ginormous black skull planter that they'd be perfect for. I can't wait to do that one. That one's going to be coming up after I get back from the Halloween event, because I need to get some more supplies for that one. All right, so this has a cute little buckle. All right, so when we put these in there, I'm not going to go straight like this. I want to go like a little bit like this, because like nobody, I don't put my feet like that, do you? If you do, then you must be a contortionist. But they're going to come out of it, you know, you're going to see them, but almost like just like a slight angle. See that? That's how we're going to do this. All right. So I'm gluing this baby. Oh, move that one over. I'm gluing this baby up. Glue, 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 glue. All right. Perfect. I want to be able to see that, and it's poking out right there. All right. The same thing now on the other side. I'll make sure I get my angle there. There we go. There we go. All right, doing the same thing on the other side. Do. Going in. Checking the height. Checking the angle. Push it up a little bit. All right, let me take a look. Loving it. Loving it. I'm adding some extra glue around the base where I went in, just to make sure that these babies do not move. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. All right. So now, this is going to kind of come as a little bit later. What I want to do now is fill in the rest and get the height correct. So I'm going to start using all these. I do have some roses for the end too. I'll wait for that. But I'm going to start using these. So I'm going to cut these off. I'm going to start with getting the price tags off. And again, these were from Dollar Tree. I was very, very surprised to find something that looks so cool at Dollar Tree. I've used their florals before, and most of the time I'm like, you know, if it's a nicer item that I'm trying to make, I was like, nah, maybe not so much. But these actually look really cool, and the scale is perfect for what I'm looking for. So get this other price tag off. I'm sorry I did not have time to do this before we went live, so just bear with me. Please stay on the line. Your call is very important to us. Someone will be with you shortly. Your approximate wait time is 8 hours. All right, here we go. I do like that they have callback options now, but you never know when they're going to call you back. And if you miss it, then that's it. You're screwed. You missed it. All right. Now, I could cut these off individually, but these are very, very short. So I think I'm actually going to, I'm pulling them out and separating them, but I'm going to leave them on this giant large stick and just separate them out, simply because otherwise it's going to be way too short, and I don't want that. So I don't normally do this, guys. I don't normally stick the whole freaking branch in there, but I'm doing it this time. Oh, I gotta put my cauldron up. Hair up. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, I might kind of put it up toward the end. Here, I'm gonna put this up right here. All right, here we go. Let me see what it looks like. Yeah, all right. I think I got some more of these too. So I'm gonna spread all these out. Now I'm gonna go put this one kind of filling around the back here. So we're gonna do that. Maybe I can take a little bit off. I'm gonna take off like 2 notches. Oh my, that flew. Whoa. Crafting with a deadly weapon. All right. I'm dangerous tonight. All right. This is going to go in kind of this way. Come on, go in. Go in. I'm not liking that. No, I don't like that. No, I don't like that at all. Alright. I think I need to fill it in a little bit. We're going to fill a bit in more in the back here. Put on an angle. Because I'm holding on. I'm literally pushing the whole thing in as hard as I can go. I'm going to cut 3 off this time. Woo! Oh, it flung again. Whoa. Protect your eyes. Darn. All right. I like these. I really wish the stems were longer and I didn't have to do this because I don't particularly like doing it this way. However, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do, you know? Okay. So it's filling out, it's filling out. Got some roses now. I wish I had some more of these, but if I kind of pull them around, we'll see where we can kind of add some more. All right. I need to bring some touches of floral up here. So I'm going to do that. These I'm going to cut off. And I do have some skulls on here too, which are pretty cool. So when I lied and said it was going to be black and white, there's also going to be a little touch of silver. Little touch of silver. All right, this is branch, or bunch number 1. Ooh, sorry, I keep trying to make sure I check comments. Ah, Tina, thanks. I try to have fun in life, because, you know, if you can't have fun, what's the point? What's the freaking point? I like to laugh. I like to make other people laugh. All right, here we go. I feel like I should put, like, these black roses between my teeth and do, like, a tango. No? No. Alright. Alright, that looks pretty cool going in there. I kind of want to put one on the other side, too. Yeah, here we go. I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to be, like, a huge one. I'll show you in a second. Let me get this one in there, and I'll show you kind of what I did. Because I'm looking at it and I can see white from the foam, so I want to make sure I get that in there. And I do have Spanish moss. You guys know how I like Spanish moss, right? Hate it. But I gotta use it because I don't have a choice. I don't know what else I can cover it with. All right. So right now this is what it looks like. Okay. But it's a little naked around the back and around the side, so that's where I'm going to continue filling this in with these florals here. And when I need to fill in with some taller florals, I do have some other roses that I have. Ooh, a little skull. I think he needs to be popping out from the side. Yeah. Hey, dude, I found you a home. Let's put you popping out from the side. Kind of almost right on the other side of those 2 florals that I just put in there. I'm gonna, so I can see one skeleton. Oh, I'm gonna do the other side. I've got another one. I'll flip this around in a second. You'll be able to see. Ooh, I forgot that I have the rest of the House of the Dragon to watch tonight. All right, so that's where we're at right now. Looking really good. But the back looks really naked. So we're gonna have to fix the back. So let me, I'm gonna take these florals. These are the bigger roses, okay? I'm cutting them all off. Let me see these, I believe. Oh, this says the Bloom Room. So these came from Joanne last year. Because all my stuff is from last year, from Halloween mostly. That's why I can't get anything in the garage. All of my supplies from the previous year are in bins all over my garage. All right, so this is the tallest one. So I want to try to fill in back here, right? So we're going to take this tall guy. I should use a glue pot. That would make a lot of sense to use a glue pot, but okay. All right, I'm going to put another one kind of almost next to it, actually. This has leaves on it that don't push up and down. They're stuck on there, so I can't really leverage using those leaves anywhere else. This one looks like he wants to be the tallest. I think I'm going to have to push that one to the front. All right. Back here. Ooh, here's another nice tall one with black leaves. I think, honestly, I think I'm going to try to put him kind of in the front, honestly. I think we need a little bit of height here. So let's see if this works. I'm going to use just a little dab of glue just around the bottom of the base because this one's not going to go in too far. Perfect. See where he went? Now this one, I would love to be able to bend this just a little toward the front. There we go. Just a little, just a little. All right. So he's in there. We got some spiders. We still need to fill in some stuff around the back. Mostly some smaller stuff right around the base. Because I'm all about that base, no cauldron. No. Sorry. I'm a dork. What can I say? All right. Another little small one I'm going to put on the side. And then we do have lots of other tall picks. So there are some taller picks that we're putting in. Okay, so this is the back for now. Okay, looking good. I don't know how many of these we're using, but now we have these. We have the black and white. You can go hang over there, dude. You're good. You're good. These again were from Michael's. These are $5.99. They have something like this. I mean, I've gotten these every year. I think for like the past 6 years. So let me try to get this tag off. Yeah. Ugh. That did not work well. Try to pull this off. I want to separate these out because I don't want to put them in as a trio. Unlike what I did before with the first part of the black florals, I don't want to keep this as a trio. I want this off by itself. Each one so I can place it on its own. If I need to, I can put it in the pick machine. All right, so let me pull it out. One. Ooh, come on. One. Ugh. Using all of my brute strength, of which I have none. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to pull off some extra, peeling off the extra paper we don't need. All right, so now I have 3 pumpkins, black and white pumpkins. I want to angle one that's kind of in front of the witch's leg, because I want to have some up front here, okay? So I'm pulling one of the loops forward. And there we go. Stuck it in his leg. There we go. Next one, I'm going to use the Harlequin. And I'm going to kind of go and do sort of the same thing on the other side. off. Ew, it's stuck on my nail. Ugh. Get off my fingernail. Thank you. All right. Lord. Ah. I have price tags all over me. I'm not for sale. Well, I don't know. It depends what the bid is. All right. Okay, so here's what I've done with that. This is a super tall one, and I would love to be able to put that like right in the back. So we're gonna see, I'm gonna try to maximize the most of the height as I can on this one. This one's gonna be a little tough. It's not gonna go in far, just enough where it counts as being in. If I can push this one a little bit further. There we go. Oh, I like it. I like it. Okay, let me show you. All right, there we go. All right, but I still don't have any of that stuff on the back, so we're not done. We got to do that again. But we have to do that, filling out the rest of what's going around the back of this planter. So let's see what we're doing here. All right, Pamela, thanks for joining. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna need something good for lunch. I think I need protein for lunch to help build some strength. Your arms look great. What'd you do for a workout? I pulled apart pumpkin picks from Michael's. Every time I hold up my arm to like look at the strength of my arms, all I see is flab. I have the bingo arms that just kind of like shake in the wind. All right. I've got 3 more of these. I do have another set, but I really kind of only want to add another set because the more I add into this, it's becoming more expensive the more I add. So, yeah, I'm just going to put glue directly on this because I think by the time I push it in, I still want some height on this. So, let's try to put it, I want to kind of put it right in here. So let's go. Pushing it in. There we go, not too far. Okay, so there's that one. And then we're gonna go Harlequin next. Bottom of this one's a little bent, so I'm not sure this is gonna go in all the way or not. We'll see. Okay, and that went down, which is where I wanted it, and now we're going to put one over here. And this time we have the polka dot pumpkin. Polka dot pumpkin, polka dot pumpkin. Do 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 do. Where do I want this? Okay, so I think actually I want to move these stems around. All right, I know where I want it. Again, this one's already, this one's way bent on the bottom. I think this one's going to give me an issue. No, it went in pretty good. All right. Okay, so right now this is where we're at. This is the front, the side, there, 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 there. Let's add some sparkle. These are super tall, so I think I can get away with cutting these off. Now there are 5 of these. These are from Dollar Tree. Again, these were $1.25. So basically, each branch I'm cutting is only a quarter. It's a pretty good deal. I've got several of these, though. So I'm just going to put glue just on the little bottom part. And go in and start just adding in some Just adding it in for just a little bit of height. Doesn't have to go in far. Just to have a couple extra little things coming out. You're not going to see a lot of this, but I'm going to find my tallest one because I want that one to go toward the center. I want to fill out the center as much as I can. It was looking a little thinner in the middle than I would like, so let me pull it to me. All right. Looking good. I think I'm probably going to use at least 2, possibly even 3 of these. See where it ends up. Alrighty. These are fun. But I can tell you right now, I am leaving a trail of glitter everywhere on this table. So just beware. I like the Dollar Tree stuff, but when you're working with it, there's a lot of glitter. A lot of glitter going on there. Alright. Adding some more of this. Try to put this in somewhere for height. All right. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, there's another set of 5. Hold on. Ugh. Come on out, come on out. Ugh. Yuck. There we go. I am really glad, now that I've had all this, that I'm putting this in here. Very glad that I did add the weight by putting the glass beads in the cauldron before I put on all the foam, because it's making sure that this is not toppling over. Much like me, the things I make can get top heavy. Yeah. All right. I'm just adding more of these into the back. You know, those glitter curls with the webbing, I may not use those. I think that might make it a little bit too much. I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to see what we think. Got a couple more of these going. I'm also trying not to get any glue on myself. I tend to burn myself. Anybody who's watched me before knows that. Me and hot glue are a hot mess. I found it. There we go. There was a price tag stuck on one of the flowers. That is not professional, Linda. That is not professional at all. Let's not do that. All right, here's a really tall one. So where else? I think maybe back in here. I would love to add a little bit of a tall one. Come on, just a little bit. There. All right. I'm going to cut one more. If anybody's good at cutting one, it's me. Just ask my kid. She has to sleep in the same room with me. All right. These are, they're not adding a lot of bulk, but they're just adding a little bit more visual pop, which I think is kind of exactly what this still needs. A little bit. Now I'm going to try to add some more down toward the bottoms. I've covered the middle. I've covered the sides well. I just want to get in there toward the bottoms now. want one on this side. I think we need one. Ugh, here we go. When I was checking out at Dollar Tree, I put all this on the counter, and the poor lady behind me, like, she asked the lady if she could clean off the conveyor belt before she put her stuff on there, because there was so much glitter. Ow, ow, I'm stuck. All right, here we go. I forgot to put the handle up. That's all right. I think it's fine. The handle's on the bottom. Oh, here's where I need one. I found the last spot. The last spot for one of these little twiggies. And I think this might be done. I think we're good after this. I'm going right between two roses. All right. Okay, I like it. I'm not adding any more because I think that would be overdoing it. Make sure I like it. All right, I'm just doing a little fluff, a little final arrangement before I show it to you guys. Pull that up a little bit, make that one a little bigger. All right. I'm really glad I did this kind of bow too. There's a lot of tails coming out, but I think it makes it look fun in the front of the cauldron. Okay, here we go, guys. It is done. All right, here is the front, the side, the back, the other side, the front, and then the top-down view is that. And I'd say this whole thing weighs maybe 2 pounds max. So this all worked out really well. So let's go back and talk about what we used. We used the cauldron that I got from Goodwill, but you can find plastic cauldrons at Party Store, you know, anywhere like that. They've got them all over the place. Party City, try there. These ribbons all came from, you can find most of these at places like Craft Outlet. We had a 7/8 inch striped. We had a 1.5 inch glitter. This was a reversible 2 inch Harlequin damask pattern. There is this Karen Brown Home. This is like a flock black and white. And then the black and white stripe. We used florals, all these florals. These ones, like the little black daisy ones at the glitter center, came from Dollar Tree, $1.25. They actually look, I like them. They look pretty good. Some of these other ones, the black roses, came from Joann last year. These legs came from Michael's, $4.99 a piece. Don't pay full price. And then these little black squigglies coming out, those were Dollar Tree as well. And these Harlequin pumpkins, the set of 3 picks was $4.99. But I didn't pay that. So I've got to go back and add it all up. I can't do math in front of people because that's just my brain. But I'm going to have this listed at sweetariadecor.com shortly. Probably will also eventually take this to Painted Tree in Naperville, Illinois. It'll be available there. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. And it is so dense in here. I can't see the foam, so I don't have to use Spanish moss. Yes! Very exciting. Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. And have a wonderful rest of your week. All right? Stay cool, witches. That was dorky. Yeah, I know. That's dorky. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe. You can shop